Yo, what it is, everybody, and thanks for tuning back in here to another episode here on the Speedbook channel. Today we are going to kick off our quick little build series here of my new 2018 R1M. Now, obviously, you guys know I just got this bike and I love it. We already got it here on the stand. Already got that tail section taken off. And we got some, of course, other mods and such that are coming for this thing from a couple suppliers, myself. Also, me just doing a couple different things that maybe have or maybe have not necessarily been done. But we're going to clean it up just a little bit, you know, my style. And of course, you know, I think that most people would obviously want to have cleaned up if this was their bike anyway. So we obviously also have the help from a couple individuals. We got a Brock's Performance exhaust going on here. My good buddy Brock Davidson actually helped me and hooked me up here to get a great exhaust here for this bike. So we're going to put that exhaust on here, full tie exhaust here. And we're going to obviously go ahead and put that on the 3/4 system. We're going to go ahead and take this crazy can off, and of course that muffler, and obviously put something a little bit more stylish that'll also give it a little bit more noise, a little bit more pep, obviously more flow, performance, lighten it up a little bit, and so on and so forth. We have, of course, the air filter and such that's going to be going in this bike as well. We're going to be doing a couple other aesthetic changes and stuff like that. You see I've already taken off some of the stickers, obviously removed a lot of the reflectors. And of course, you know, my style, that's just me, but I do not like the mirrors, of course, here on the street bike. So we have a pair of block-off plates coming for those as well. But of course, we'll break some of this stuff up into series and stuff like that. And of course, I'll show you exactly how it all is going to go together to the best of my ability. And I'll try and reduce the amount of time lapses and stuff like that. But it will be in-depth enough, but not necessarily saying, hey, this is exactly how you're going to install, of course, the exhaust 100%, because these videos would be like, you know, 5 hours long and such like that, and I don't want to do that to you guys. So let me go ahead and start to show you guys right here. We have the beautiful Brock's Predator exhaust, very similar exhaust to obviously that you saw me put on the GSXR, and I really do love this exhaust. It is great. It sounds great on my GSXR and other bikes that I, of course, had it on. Here we got the pipes. Here we have the Y collector, and of course the mid pipe as well, and all your hardware that's going to go along with it. Now, it is obviously a straight through design. You can see that obviously it has the DB killer in there. We're going to take that out because, yeah, that doesn't really fly in this garage. So we're going to throw that on there. That'll be the first part of this video. The second part, of course, next episode. Look forward to that. So we got to take the seat off, get the gas tank up, and obviously put that air filter in. And we're going to see if we can open that little flapper valve as well in here, just to leave that thing obviously open all the time, to give it a little bit more kick, that ram air. So let's go ahead and get this off here. We got to get these covers off, these beauty trims. So we got some Allen keys obviously here, servo motor that goes obviously underneath the seat into the tail section. So we actually do have to take the seat off as well for this one. Muffler obviously will come off, connect it to the rear set, come down here. We got a few bolts holding on this gigantic cat, and of course we have our band clamps down there holding on to the factory titanium muffler. Now the beautiful thing is, obviously you guys know that I am not the biggest fan of a Yamaha, but the best thing about this bike so far, I mean, check this out, you really don't have to take too much shit off to actually get the exhaust off. You know, maybe one fairing here, that, there, but not like a traditional style bike where you actually have to remove all the plastics to get it off. But again, that's the beauty of hot riding. That's the beauty of working on the bike. So let's go on ahead and start the teardown of this wonderful 2018 R1M. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, so now that we have the exhaust here off, you can now see the huge difference between that is the cat and the muffler kind of all in one, and this is what we're going to replace it with. I mean, the weight savings different, like, no, I'm just kidding. That thing probably weighs about 25 pounds, and that thing weighs, I don't know, 8 ounces. So, because obviously we have a titanium header here from the factory, we're going to go ahead and the primaries are pretty large. We're just going to go ahead and reuse already what Yamaha already spent millions of dollars already engineering with. You can already see it's starting to change colors. So we're going to go ahead and put our individual little 2-to-1 collector, which we got right here underneath the fairings. Throw that bad mamma jamma up in there like so. And then we will obviously start this bad boy up. So let's get this thing buttoned back up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we finally have the full Brock system here on the exhaust. Now, if you notice, I didn't reconnect my oxygen sensors because obviously when I have my ECU flashed, we no longer need them because I'm going to have a static mode obviously powered up. So, cold start. It's going to have a bunch of check engine lights obviously because even the servo motors aren't hooked up, but let's see. I'm not gonna lie, that thing actually sounds pretty badass. I thought it was gonna sound like shit, to be honest with you. But, not because of the exhaust or anything, because of the way the flat plane crank is, but it actually sounds pretty kick-ass. I like it. So, I'm gonna obviously put the fairings and such back on here and get everything buttoned up, get the servo cables and stuff out, get ready for the air filter and such to get ready to go in there. And that's gonna pretty much button it up here on the bottom side here of this exhaust and this episode. So that's gonna wrap it up here for today's video. Again, if you guys liked what you saw, more content on the R1M coming up here shortly. Make sure you tune in. Absolutely, Facebook, Instagram, at the Speedbug, same name here as YouTube, and we'll catch you here for another episode here on the Speedbug channel. Deuces, y'all.